Hey Leo, this is your cleanse, detox, or purge reading. The intention is to help you identify something that might be holding you down and keeping you from moving into this new cycle with your best foot forward. So let's take a look at the Rider Waite as well as several different oracle decks to see what comes up for you. If I get a song that pops up, I will post that in the link below. All right, first card out, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Three of Swords. Also behind that was the Eight of Swords, and then under the deck we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. All right. All right, yeah. So this is a relationship read to me. This is needing to let go of the constant cycle of getting into relationships with individuals who are not offering you anything emotionally. They are pretending as if they want a relationship. They're coming in, smiling, profiling, pretending as if that's who they are and what they want to be to you, but they actually don't, because what you end up getting is disappointment and heartbreak. And then you're like trapped in your mind, all right? It's like you're not able to see or move, and you're trapped in your head. So there might be some like manipulation going on. But what's really coming out here for me is this sense that you have the power to see it for what it is. However, you keep coming into this negative cycle. I'm calling it negative because it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and it's upside down. So it's like, to me, this is cyclical. You could say it's bad luck, bad fortune, but to me it's like a cycle. It's like you are choosing to not filter out these Knights of Cups in reverse when they're coming around you, when they come offering things. I feel like you're picking up that it's toxic, you're picking up that it's not going to end well. However, with this Eight of Swords energy and the Three of Swords coming very closely beside that, and 8 and 3 is 11, I feel like this is mirror energy. I feel like you are attracted to that kind of energy. You're attracted to the Knight of Cups in reverse, and it could be because subconsciously you know that it's not going to work and you really don't want the relationship to work. Okay? I feel like it's you not wanting to end this cycle because you may have been hurt in the past and you never got a resolution from that. And so it's difficult for you to move forward into a relationship that is not a Knight of Cups in reverse. And I've said this before in other videos, like even with the Knight of Cups in the upright, that's still somebody that comes in and you don't know if they're leaving or staying because it's a Knight. But in the reverse, you know for facts, like this person is not staying. Like they're not even actually offering anything. They're not really coming in on a genuine intention to be in a relationship. It's all pretense and facade. Just moving for the sake of moving around, and you're picking people who are like this because you know it's going to end in heartbreak, and because it will keep you in a cycle, because you have some unresolved situations that you are trying to work out with these people, but you know that it's not going to work. So let's build up on this a little bit and see more. If you clicked on this, you came to the right place, because this is the cleanse, detox, and purge reading. So this is to help figure out how we can remove ourselves from this, and not to judge or make you feel bad about it, just to maybe figure out why and what we can do to change that, because we don't want to keep doing that. I don't feel like you even want to keep doing this. I don't feel like you can. It's like you feel chained to it. All right. With the Angels of Abundance, I got visualize abundance in all forms under the deck. I also got Pay Yourself First and Dreams of Abundance. If you get a chance, check out the Libra video. That video has very similar messages. These exact two cards came out from the Angels of Abundance in that deck also. Kind of a similar thing. See if, it can relate to you. So this is saying that it's important for you to, first of all, believe that you deserve to have real, solid, genuine relationships with people who are coming in and presenting who they are as much as we can. We all have masks, nobody's perfect, but people who aren't out here like just straight up putting on full on war paint masks and not even trying to offer you anything, you deserve to not have that. And you have to believe that first for yourself, okay? Um, if you believe that you don't, or you see yourself as being a person that's not worth that, and you visualize that whenever you go into these relationships, that's what you're going to pull in, because that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to be open to. I feel like if somebody, like I said, was in the upright and they were coming in, and even that's still a night, but at least they're offering something, I feel like you would turn that person down because you're only seeing these toxic people. It's kind of like having a taste or preference for the toxicity right now, but it is something that can be shifted and changed, and I feel like that's something that you want to do. So let's get some more and see what it is that we can do to shift this, other than visualizing and understanding that you deserve better and bringing that in, because you're a powerful manifestor, because you are definitely bringing these people in. All right, I've got the yin in reverse, so that's receiving. Okay, new life in reverse, and mending. Yeah. So, okay. So this is saying that it's difficult for you to receive. All right. You're not wanting to end this cycle. You don't want to receive goodness. You might need to forgive yourself for something, or you might still be grieving a loss of some type of relationship or something in the past that has you not wanting to mend the feelings or the emotions that you have with ghost person. I'm going to call this ghost person because this person doesn't exist in your life anymore, but you're holding on to the ghost of that person. And so what's happening is you're transporting this ghost around and putting it onto new people. All right, finding new vessels, empty vessels, I might add, to come in and bring you empty cups. All right. Um, because there's a sense of betrayal because something didn't work out. But the reason that didn't work out was because it really wasn't for you. It wasn't the right thing for you. And I think that what's being mirrored and reflected and echoed throughout is the fact that that wasn't the right relationship. Because every time you try to repeat that relationship, no matter who you do it with, it still doesn't work. It didn't work with that person. It's not going to work with the next person or the next person. And you can just repeat that in perpetuity, and you'll just keep going through that cycle over and over and over, and it's really hurting you. It's not, I don't feel like it's something where it's just like you don't care if you get hurt. Like, it's genuinely hurting you. But this Three of Swords energy, that's three swords in the heart, but it's like you're trapped and you're not able to stop hurting yourself vicariously through these other individuals. I feel like there might be a need for some self-forgiveness for something. Do you feel like there's something that you need to forgive yourself for and you're punishing yourself for that? Let's see. Joy and delight. Trust that there's a divine plan. Grace and gratitude. Okay. All right. I feel like there might be you might be feeling a little bit lost, like depressed. I think that when you lost this first relationship that kind of kicked you off into the cycle, you might have put like your eggs in this whole basket and expected it to be the thing for you. And even though it was toxic, you got a lot of joy and delight from that. I feel like your heart was very open. Like you came in for real. Like you really were invested. This was a real thing for you. I don't think it was for the other person. I think it was a night in reverse. And when it fell apart, it was just like, I feel like it put you into a really kind of bad place emotionally. And you weren't sure, like, well, what's the plan for me? Like, where do I go from here? And I feel like because of that, like, you may not have gotten any closure from it. I think that's the thing. You didn't get closure from that situation because it just seems to me like you are trying to get that now. But you do have a lot to be grateful for. Um, Even though that didn't work out, I feel like the negatives definitely outweighed the positives. And I think that in hindsight, you can see that. However, however, what's happening is that you're stuck in a place where it's difficult for you to be grateful for what you do have now. All right. And I think that if you can just try to think of all the things that you do have that you are grateful for and don't focus on what you don't have, like not having the relationship, not having the whatever. I mean, you could have outright felt like things were stolen from you. I mean, there could have been a third party situation with this Three of Swords that maybe somebody in your mind came and stole the person from you. Um, I feel like it's important for you to know like nobody can take something that's meant for you. You know, if it's easy to go like that, then it needs to go. And it's not for you. You know, easy come, easy go. Knights of Cups in reverse are easy come, okay? Easy, they come around, Lord. They make lots of offers to lots of people, and it is nothing to them because they're always doing that. That's what I mean. All right, so let's take a look. Hmm. What do I do? Mermaid. Let's do mermaids. Let's see what they say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my favorite card, Music for Manifesting. Time to move on in Divine Magic. All right. I think it's important for you to kind of break yourself out of this mental trance that you've got going on here. I think you've kind of like hypnotized yourself into believing that these are the type of relationships that you want. Um, there has to be some level of that to, in the first place, when we're in relationships like this, to get us to stay in them. And I feel like you've just been kind of keeping yourself stuck there. So it's important, I think, for you to think about what it is that you do want. All right, dream big, give yourself a break. I feel like you should try to be single for a little bit, you know, stay out of these relationships just so you can kind of reset your wheel, you know, turn your wheel of fortune upright and kind of give yourself a chance to clear out and purge these beliefs that you have about yourself that are causing you to want to attract these kind of individuals. And then, you know, listen to music and or just not even just music, but things that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel confident. I mean, if you think about it like you're trancing or hypnotizing yourself to believe that you deserve to be treated like, you know, less than an option. You're not a real person. You're just here to be at the service and beck and call of somebody else. And when they decide that they want to just go try something else, they go do that. Um, you can use music that is uplifting, that will help you feel better about yourself, and listen to that. And, you know, don't sleep on that. Like, it's really powerful because it can break you out of this Eight of Swords energy where you're stuck in your head. And the more you do that, the more you'll start to believe that, and you'll start to kind of reprogram yourself to expect better, and to expect to have positivity. And then when you do that, you end up kind of protecting yourself from the urge to be attracted to these low vibrational, toxic, destructive energies that are really just going to bring you down. And it's going to keep you in the same cycle of this disappointment and heartache, like very real heartache. All right, because I don't want to. get that lost in the translation here, that even though this is very much something that like you're kind of pulling in because it's like you need to stay in the cycle, you're not doing it because it's just fun to you. Like it's really hurting you and you don't want to be hurt. It's like you're trapped. You can't get out that cycle. And this is one way you can do that. All right. I feel like it's important, like if you do this during um like the new moon, also maybe find like a song that's going to be your theme song for the month, and new moon to new moon, like listen to it. That'll help you. Something that's going to be positive, that's in alignment with what you want to believe. It could be for anything, but for this reading, it's talking about this negative belief that you deserve to be mistreated in relationships. So let's take a look at the Sacred Rebel. All right, we have follow your own rhythm. So that's a confirmation for maybe doing a song from new moon to new moon. What it does is it helps to break you out of this energy of kind of following beliefs that are not helpful to you. I have free from judgment, free to love. All right, that card for me is about letting go within yourself of like all the things that you think are wrong with you, that you think that you need to do in order to be acceptable, in order to be worthy, and just freeing yourself up to love. You know, don't look at it and say, well, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not good enough for that. So the only thing I'm going to get is this, and this. And then you're not able to come into an energy of accepting and receiving genuine love or things that can turn into genuine love. All right. That's really important. And spirals of manifestation. Yeah. Yeah, this is cyclical. But you know what? When I see spirals, to me, it's like it's cyclical. And yes, it's moving in a circle. But the good thing is that it's moving forward. So you might be circling, but you're never coming back to the exact same place. It might look familiar, but it's not quite the same. And so, even though you keep going into these relationships that are very similar in nature and they kind of have the same end, because it's a different person each time, you are moving forward. So, you're taking that cycle, like imagine going in a circle and just kind of pulling it out, it becomes a spiral. So, but the idea is that you are changing. I feel like you're learning every time. But if you can take some time to really pay attention to it, you could pull yourself out of this, because you're becoming more and more aware of it each time you do it. But you can put an end to this more quickly by attacking it at the root, attacking this belief at the root. And, like I said, maybe pick you a song that's empowering and encouraging, and pick a song on a new moon, listen to it new moon to new moon. And during this time, I would also try to be single, like for 30 days. 60 would be nice, it would be really helpful, and just do this and see how it shifts things for you. You know, just try it. Okay. Alrighty, so now let's do a peace oracle. I have acceptance, contemplation, and blessing. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this acceptance card is speaking to a number of things for me. First, to me, it's speaking to the need to accept what's happened in the past as being what it is, but it not being a reflection of your value and your worth and who you are. All right, taking time to think on that and what that means and why that's important. Accepting all the things that you felt about yourself because of that, and then accepting that ultimately that says nothing about who you are and what you deserve moving forward, whether you got closure or not. And doing that will open you up to the blessing of being able to move on. When I think of someone giving a blessing, it's like you're giving your well wishes. This is you giving a blessing to yourself that it's okay to move forward, to move on, to be happy, to be at peace, to pull in the type of, if it's a relationship or just peace of mind, whatever it is that you need to 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 feel at home in yourself, that you have the blessing, you're giving yourself the blessing to do that. All right. All right, Leo, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.